So we had seen how to create a table in HTML. Before that, we had seen what does HTML table actually means. It is nothing but a combination of rows and columns. So we create this table with the help of a tag called as table tag. To add a row, we make use of a tag called as tr. To add a column or a header, we use a tag called as th. And to add a data, we use a tag called as td. Then we had seen the example of how to create a table by using all those tags. We had also seen some of the properties like how to add a border. So all these properties related to the table can be added into your HTML code by using the CSS property. So for adding the border, we had used a border property. Then if there are multiple borders and if you want to make it single, we had used the property called as collapse property or collapse border. Then we had seen how to bring a space between the cell and the border by using a cell padding property. Then we had seen the alignments of the heading, that is left, right and center. So by default it is center. If in case you want to change it to left or right, we make use of the text align property and give the value as either left or right. Then we had seen adding the border space, that is nothing but a space between the. Then we had seen two more attributes, that is col span and row span. So we had seen that two columns or a column having more than two data, we make use of column span. And same thing goes with rows. If it is a row having more than one data, we make use of row span. Then we had seen adding a heading to the table, and we can add that heading to the table by using caption. Now today we will be seeing about forms in HTML. Now what do you mean by form? It is nothing but a way of collecting an input from a user. Now all of us, when you started taking admission after your SSC in diploma, you had filled some forms. Some of you have filled college forms, some of you filled DT forms, some of you have filled both the forms. So what was that form? It is nothing but the way of collecting an input from a user. What input was collected from you as a user? Your name was collected, your SSC marks were collected, your address proof was collected, your mark sheet as a document was collected, your address was collected, your phone number was collected, your email ID was collected. So all these data was being collected by preparing some interface or by preparing a document. So what is that document? It is nothing but the form. So via that form, I am collecting, I means a system or a server is collecting the information from the user. Okay. Once that information is collected, where that information is being sent, it is sent to the server for processing. Okay. So if you have filled an institute level form, so you are the client and we who have prepared the form, we are the servers. Okay. So we being a server have collected the input from the client via that institute level form. Okay, so we are going to see how are we going to create that form in HTML. So this is just a simple example of a form. Type the first name, there is a text field where the space will be given to write your first name. Last name, again a space will be given in the text area where you write your last name. Once all the details are added, you submit this form. So when you click on the submit button, whatever you have filled goes where it goes to the server side for processing. Okay. So what are we going to do is, now we will be creating only a client side form. The server side processing is done by using a PHP language. So we are not going to do the server side processing. We will be studying only the client side processing or preparing a form by using a HTML through client side. Okay. So when I create this form, which is the element that is used in HTML, the element used is the form element. Okay. So by using this form element, I can create a form. Okay. So I open the form tag over here. I specify the form elements. What are those elements which we are going to study now? And after those elements are added, we close the form by using this closing tag or end tag of the form. So whatever I want to write, first name, text field, last name, text field, submit button, all this should come under what? It should come under this opening of form tag and closing of form tag. Where this form should be, it should be inside your body. Where that body should be inside your HTML opening and closing, that you are aware of. Okay. So when you create a form, see to it that you do not forget to open this form tag. Once your elements are added, do not forget to close the form tag. Okay. So form is being going to recognized in your HTML by using this opening of form tag and closing of form tag. Okay. Now, this form elements is a container for different types of input elements, such as we can have text fields, we can have checkboxes, we can have radio buttons, we can have submit buttons, and so on. So this form which we will be preparing will not only have this text field, but apart from this text field, it can also have checkboxes, it can also have radio buttons, it can have such kind of submit button, reset button, drop down list. All these elements can be added inside the form. Okay, and those elements like text, checkbox, radio, all these are nothing but called as the form elements, which we are going to add inside this opening and closing of form tag. Okay. So first is the input element. Is this clear up till here, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next thing we will be studying is the input element. Now what is this input element? The HTML input element is most used form element. That means one of the most commonly used form element is which element? This input tag. तो यहाँ पे जो देखा हमने this form elements, one of the form element is input element, which is always or most commonly used inside this form tag. Okay. An input element can be displayed in many ways depending on the type of attribute. Now there are multiple ways in which we can use this input elements, and all those declaration or all those display keeps on changing depending upon the type of attribute. Now you will understand this more clearly when we take one example. Okay, now see what are the input types. My first input type is text, which is this. Okay, ये text है. तो अगर मुझे ऐसा text field बनाना है, तो I will give the input type as text. What does it do? It displays a single line text input field. When I say input type radio, it displays a radio button. Now, do you all know what is a radio button? Yes or no?
Ma'am, in
No,
MCQs we use that.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No,
Most
ma'am.
of us, every one of us has given quiz of physics, maybe of maths and ICT also. So, उधर जो MCQs question बनते हैं, in those MCQs question you have a radio button in the option. मतलब भले 4 option है, but you can select only one. So that is what is called as radio button, where you have many options, but you can select only one. But when you have many options and you can select many of them, we call it as checkbox. That is a difference. Okay, so radio button क्या है? Selecting only one out of many choices. And what is checkbox? Selecting more than one from many choices. Okay. So when I want only selection of one option, I use input type as radio. But when I want selection of multiple option, I'll use input type as checkbox. Okay. The next input type can be submit. What is submit? It displays a submit button. So whenever you click on the submit button, whatever you have filled will get submitted to the server side. Next is input type button. This displays a clickable button. That means maybe when I click, some message should appear. When I click, some new window should appear. So when I want such kind of processing in my form, I make use of button. Okay, but when I use submit as a button, it means what? You are submitting whatever is being filled to the server side. So you have these many input types which we are going to learn while we create a form. Okay, so when I give input type as text, it will be taken as text field. When I give input type as radio, I will get multiple choices with only one selecting option. When I say input type as checkbox, I will get multiple options with multiple selection. When I say submit, whatever I have filled will get submitted to the server side. And when I create any type of button, I can have any event on it. For example, when I click, it should open a new page. When I click, it should take me to a new link. When I click, it should take me to a new message, something like that. Okay. Now first is text field. That is, first type is input type text. What does it tell? It defines a single line input field for the text input. Now let us see this code. What is this code? Let us see the explanation first. I have opened the HTML tag. Okay, you cannot see the screen, right? Is this notepad screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have opened the HTML tag. We have closed the HTML tag. We have opened the body tag, we have closed the body tag. Then we have opened a form over here. Why? Because I want to create a form. So I have opened the form tag over here. I have closed the form tag over here. The form tag is inside the body and body is inside the HTML. Now let us see what is the first field inside the form. Label for F name, first name, label tag closed, and then break. What will this break do? It will bring this input field in the next line. Okay. What are we going to learn over here is about the input type text. Okay. I will also teach you what is label, but for right now, just concentrate on what is input type text. Okay. I want that I should have a text field in my form. So to have a text field, what I should have an input type as text. That is what we have just studied. So I have input type as text. Now along with this, what it should have an ID which is compulsory. What is that ID? That ID will identify this particular text box that is being created. Now whenever we create any form using any language, and whenever we have any type of elements onto that form, every element is uniquely identified with an ID. अगर आप एंड्रॉइड पे भी एक फॉर्म बनाते हो तो एंड्रॉइड पे भी ये भी जो एलिमेंट्स आप यूज करोगे जैसे टेक्स्ट फील्ड है, रेडियो फील्ड है, चेक बॉक्स है, हर एक एलिमेंट को यू हैव टू गिव अ आईडी. Similarly, if it is HTML, in HTML also, whenever you define any type of input type, that input type should compulsorily have a ID. And what is that ID? An ID is nothing but a unique identification to that particular element which is described. Okay. The name of the ID can be anything. If you want F name, you keep F name. You want first name, you keep it first name. If you want only name, you keep it only name. Okay. Next is name is equal to F name. Now what is this name is equal to F name? That I will show you when I execute the code. Okay. Value is equal to John. Value is equal to John means ये text field में first name का value क्या होगा? By default John. ठीक है. But at a time if you want to edit मतलब erase करके John के जगह आपको आपका नाम डालना है तो वैसा भी होगा. Okay. But by default the value will be John. Okay. Then I have one more input type as text. मतलब एक और text box है. जिसका ID is last name. The name is L name and the value is Doe. Okay, so I am going to have two text box in this form. Both the text box where the name of the first text box is first name, second text box is last name, default value is John and this Doe. Okay, let us unnecessarily remove this paragraph. I am going to save this as form.html. So when I click this, see, I have a form where the first name is John and the last name is Doe. Now if I want to change it to Peter, I can change it to Peter during runtime. If I want to change this to any name, say ABC, I can change that during runtime. So by default, whatever is the value will be there inside the value tag. But during the runtime, if you want to change it, the option is also available to change during runtime. Okay. Now what was left is to understand what is this meaning of this particular name over here. Okay. Now you will understand this when I have a submit button over here or a submit option over here. Or just a minute. Okay. So I have a form where I have first name, only first name, and I have a submit button. Now we are trying to study what is this name. Okay, we have understood that the text type, input type is text. ID for that text box is F name, and name is F name. Now what is that F name that we will see? Now when I type John over here and when I submit, what it is showing over here? F name. Okay. So that F name is nothing but the name that I have specified over here. Okay. If I replace this to name of student, okay, and when I run this, and again when I type John, see, it has changed to name of the student. So what is this name? This name is nothing but when you submit the data, and at the server side, when the data is going to get processed, how it will get processed? It will get processed with this name field inside this input tag. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how you create a form. Is this understood up till here? How do you bring?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. How do you
Yes,
make,
ma'am.
how do you make a use of an input type text field? What is compulsory? Input type text, ID, name. If you want value, you write value. If you don't want value, you can remove value also. Okay. Even if you have specified the value, you can change that value during runtime. Okay. Let us see next now, which is a label element. Now, if you remember, अपने code में ऐसे label भी था कुछ तो, okay, which we have skipped for now. Now, what is that label that we will see here? The label tag defines the label for many form elements. So कौन सा element use किया है हमने? Input type text element use किया है. तो ये element का what will be? How is this element defined? This element will be defined with the help of a label. Correct? A label element is useful for screen reader users because the screen reader will read out loud the label when the user focuses on input element. Now this is my form, correct? Where is the form? हाँ. ये फॉर्म है. If I do not have this first name, ये मैंने लेबल हटा दिया suppose यहाँ से, and when I run, will you understand what you want to type on this particular field? Will you ever understand? No. Why? Because the field does not have a label. Okay, so every element that you are using, let it be a text field or a radio button or a checkbox or a submit button or any other kind of a button, every element should have a label. Why? Because of that label, the user who is filling the form is going to understand that what actually that elements want to be typed. So if I give the label now, okay, label mera first name, sorry. So when I give this label as f name, first name, label close, what is the user going to understand? That in this text field, I am supposed to write the first name. So if there is no label, the user is not going to understand. Why? Because it is called as a screen reader user. Screen reader user means it is a part which will be read by the user on the screen. And if that part is only not there for a user to read, user will never understand what is to be done with this particular text box that I have added. Okay. A label element also helps a user who have difficulty clicking on a very small regions like radio button or a checkbox. Because when a user clicks on the text within the label element, it toggles to the radio button or checkbox. This will be done when we come to the checkbox and radio button. Okay. The for attribute of the label tag should be equal to the ID attribute of the input element. ये जो for है, label for, this should be same as that of the name. If you have kept here as fname1 and here if you do not keep label as fname1, it is not going to identify that it is a label of which particular element. Okay, so keeping this for value and keeping this name value should be same. If they are not same, this label will never understand, or this text field will never understand that what is a label, and label will never understand what is a text field. Why? Because they both are correlated through a common field or a common element called as name and for. Is this understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever you add any element, every element should have a label. And how is the label tag opened? This is the opening of label tag and this is the closing of a label tag. For every label, the for element value should be similar or should be same to the name element of your input type. Okay. Now next we will be seeing what is radio button. So we'll have input type as radio. We don't write radio button, we write only radio. Yes.
Ma'am, will the label be equivalent to ID or name?
It is equivalent to ID. Sorry, I told name or what? Sorry, it is equivalent to ID. It is equivalent to ID. Sorry, by mistake I told name, but it is equivalent to ID. Okay. So when I specify input type as radio button, I do not write as button, but I write only as radio. What is that radio button? It is going to do, it will allow a user to have only one selection from multiple options. So if I have 10 options, I cannot select all the 10 or 5 or 6, but I can select only one option. Okay. So you replace this text with what? You replace this text with radio. Okay. Let us see. Just so I have opened the HTML tag, close the HTML tag, open the body tag, close the body tag. What are we doing? We are studying about radio buttons. I have created a form. So I have opened the form tag, close the form tag. What is that form tag having? First input type is radio. ID to that particular element is male. Name as gender, value as male. Label for male. So the ID, male and label for value matches. So what is the label? The label is male. Close the label tag, break. Break means it will put this next radio button in the next line. So I have one more radio button where ID is female, name is again gender, value is female. Again I have a label for it, label as female. I have one more type of radio button where ID is other, name is again gender, value will be other, and the label for it as other. Now when I run this code, I have created this radio buttons, 3 radio buttons, where first label is male, second label is female, third label is other. Okay. Now if I select any of it, it is allowing me to select any one. Can you see that? At the time I can select either male or female or other. I cannot have all the 3 options. Okay. Why? Because I have selected the type of element as radio. Okay. Again, when will this name is equal to gender will be shown after you submit the form. Okay. So if I at all I have a submit button over here, and when I click on that submit, and if I have selected a female option over here, what it will show me in the runtime that gender is equal to female. Okay. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Next is checkbox. So what is checkbox? Difference in radio and checkbox is checkbox will allow me to have multiple selection of the option. So instead of input type as radio, what I have to replace it with? I have to replace it with checkbox. So let us see the code of it. Open the HTML tag, close the HTML tag, open the body, close the body, and I have created the form over here. Now if you see, the form has a submit button also. So we will able to see this name tag. Now I have opened the form and there is some action. Now what is that action? I will explain you after I finish with explanation of checkbox. Okay. I have input type checkbox where the ID is vehicle 1, name is vehicle 1, and the value of the first checkbox is bike. Then in the label for it is I have a bike, ID of the first checkbox matches with the first label. I have one more checkbox where the value is car and the label for it is I have car. The ID of that particular checkbox matches with the label for that particular checkbox. I have one more checkbox where the value is boat, label for it is I have boat, and the ID of that checkbox matches with the label for that particular checkbox. I have one more input type. What is that? Submit, and the value is submit. What is this value? Value मतलब उधर जो लिख के आएगा वो, जैसे इधर वैल्यू बोट है तो उधर क्या लिख के आएगा? बोट. तो अगर इधर वैल्यू सबमिट है तो बटन पे क्या लिख के आएगा? सबमिट. Now what is happening? A form is doing some action. Action is one of the attribute. जैसे इनपुट कैसा एलिमेंट है, इनपुट टाइप एलिमेंट है, वैसे फॉर्म का एक एट्रीब्यूट है एक्शन. एक्शन क्या कर रहा है? जब भी ये सबमिट बटन पे क्लिक होगा उसके बाद ये एक्शन परफॉर्म होगा. ये एक्शन क्या परफॉर्म करेगा? इट विल गो टू दिस पेज विच इज दैट पेज action_page.php. Now I said that we have two things over here. A client fills the form. After the submission of the form is done by the client, it goes to the server for processing. तो यहाँ पे हमारा सर्वर कौन सा पेज है? action_page.php अपना सर्वर है. So in short, there are two pages being prepared. One page is prepared by the client, which is this page, HTML वाला पेज, and एक और पेज सर्वर ने बनाया है. क्या है वो पेज का नाम? action_page.php. तो जब भी यूजर ये फॉर्म फिल करके सबमिट करेगा तो ये action.php वाले पेज पे क्या इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर होगा? कि वैल्यू बाइक सिलेक्ट किया है कि कार सिलेक्ट किया है कि बोट सिलेक्ट किया है या बाइक कार दोनों किया है, वॉट एवर इट इज. Okay, that data whichever you have filled will be getting stored on this particular page, and this page will be accessed by the server at the server side. Is this clear? What is action?
Yes, ma'am.
This action happen after you click on this submit. So being a user, now I can show you both because I have this page also. But at a time when you filled the form, did you could see or did you could check what is happening at the server side? No. Why you could not see? Because you did not have access to that particular server page. Understood? Now let us run this program. Okay. So I have a checkbox where the label for first checkbox was I have bike, second is I have car, and third is I have boat. Okay. So if I click I have car, I have bike, and when I submit, so see, this is your PHP page. Which PHP page? action_page.php, जिसमें क्या सिलेक्ट किया था मैंने? बाइक और कार. ठीक है. तो अगर बाइक सिलेक्ट किया है तो बाइक का वैल्यू क्या डिस्प्ले होगा? बाइक. और उसका नाम क्या डिस्प्ले होगा? व्हीकल 1. सो व्हीकल 1 बाइक आ गया. उसके साथ चेकबॉक्स था तो आई हैड सिलेक्टेड वन मोर ऑप्शन. व्हाट वाज दैट? कार. तो कार के लिए जब मैंने सिलेक्ट किया आई हैव कार, तो उसका वैल्यू क्या था? कार. तो वैल्यू कार आ गया. यस. वो उसका नाम क्या था? व्हीकल नंबर 2. तो व्हीकल नंबर 2 आया क्या? यस आया. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And how does the server understand that all the three selections was from a single topic?
What?
मैम मतलब यूजर को समझता कैसे कि वो तीनों सिलेक्शन एक ही टॉपिक पर था, जैसे रेडियो में था ना?
एक टॉपिक.
If I select all the three, then how does the server come to know that?
अरे I have selected.
No, ma'am. In Google Forms, when we give a test, there are a number of questions, right? So how does the server understand that this answer was for the given question?
For every question I have created an input type. For every question I have given a label. For every label I have a for value. For every label I have a ID value. So every field is recognized by the ID, by the name, by the value, and by the for type.
But ma'am, in this code you have given ID for every input different and name also different.
Yes, that has to be different, no? I cannot have two things which are same.
Ma'am, but the ID should be same, ना?
ID same क्यों होगा? ID same होगा तो कैसे समझेगा कि बाइक है कि कार है?
तो मैम MCQs में कैसे होता है?
बाइक एक चीज है, उसका ID अलग है. कार एक चीज है, उसका ID अलग है. अगर मुझे दोनों को एक ही बताना था तो मैं एक ही चेकबॉक्स बताती ना, दो अलग क्यों बताऊं? फिर मेरा चेकबॉक्स का मतलब ही नहीं होता है.
मैम रेडियो में आपने एक दिया था आईडी सबका. रेडियो में एक आईडी था सबका.
एक मिनट. रेडियो में आईडी कहाँ एक है? इफ यू सी आई एम कॉपिंग द रेडियो का. वेट अ मिनट. दिस इज रेडियो बटन का. किधर है आईडी सेम? एक का आईडी मेल है, एक का फीमेल है, एक का अदर है. पॉसिबल.
सॉरी, जेंडर सेम था. ये अपना नेम सेम था. नेम.
हाँ तो नेम ठीक है ना, नेम रखो सेम. नेम का मैंने क्या काम बोला? नेम कब आएगा? नेम इधर डिस्प्ले होता है, इधर. ये नेम डिस्प्ले. दिस इज व्हाट इज नेम. नेम आप एक रखो, दूसरा रखो, सेम रखो, अलग रखो, चलेगा. What should be different? This ID and this for should be matching, and that should be different with each particular input type. If you want, I will keep vehicle इधर. बस चलो सबका नाम एक करो. It doesn't matter. Why? Because it is getting displayed at the server side.
तो मैम इन रेडियो इट शुड बी
सेम. व्हीकल चलेगा. उसको क्या मतलब है कि क्या वैल्यू है, क्या आईडी है और क्या फॉर्म है, क्या फॉर है, बस उससे ही उसको मतलब है. ये नाम तो आपका चॉइस है ना.
बट मैम रेडियो में सेम होना चाहिए ना, कॉज उसमें सिर्फ एक ही सिलेक्शन होता है रेडियो में. अरे
रेडियो, हाँ तो एक ही सिलेक्शन है ना, उसके लिए तीनों को सेम रखा. तो जब आउटपुट होगा तो मैंने एक ही सिलेक्ट किया, एक ही सिलेक्ट करेगा तो इधर वो एक ही दिखाएगा नेम. एक मिनट, आई विल रन दैट कोड अगेन एंड आई विल शो. ये रेडियो
समझ गया. रेडियो में एक होगा क्योंकि
इधर सब दिखा रहा है क्योंकि ये चेकबॉक्स है. आपने मल्टीपल सिलेक्ट किया है. अगर मैं मल्टीपल सिलेक्ट नहीं करूँ, चलो इधर भी एक ही सिलेक्ट करती हूँ, तो देखो एक ही बार व्हीकल आया।
यस मैम, थैंक यू।
समझा? रेडियो में तो बाय डिफॉल्ट एक ही बार आएगा, क्योंकि आपको एक से ज्यादा अलाउड ही नहीं है सिलेक्शन। इधर क्यों बार बार आ रहा है? क्योंकि इधर एक से ज्यादा बार सिलेक्शन अलाउड है। समझा?
यस मैम, यस मैम।
Okay. Okay, so is everyone understood with the action thing and what is the checkbox?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next we do a submit button. So how do we define a submit button? By using the input type as submit. It defines a button for submitting the form data to the form handler. Form handler क्या है? Server. ठीक है? तो जो action page dot php था वो अपना form handler था. Okay, who is going to handle the data of the form is called as form handler, or in short it is a server. The form handler is typically a file on a server with a script for processing the input data. The form handler is specified in the form's action attribute. So we have seen that we have specified that form handler with the help of the action attribute in the form tag itself. And what is that action going to do? After I submit or after I click on that submit, all the data will be stored on this particular file which is there on the server. Okay. So this is the code for your submit button. Let us see again. So I have created a form where I have text field. Okay, both the text field are there. In first text field I have to specify first name. In the second text field I have to specify the last name. After I specify both, I have to submit the data. Okay. So if you click on the submit button, the form data will be sent to the page called as action page.php, which is specified with the help of the action attribute. And what do you specify in front of the action is the name of the file which is there on the server. Okay. So when I run this, by default value is John and by default value is Doe. Okay. So when I submit, see, name क्या था? F name, तो आया F name as John. नेम क्या था? लास्ट नेम आया दो. ये क्या हुआ? व्हाट इज दिस पेज? ये पेज कौन सा है? ये पूरा दिस इज नथिंग बट द एक्शन पेज डॉट php. Who has created this page? It is created by the server and the name of that server is php server. Okay, server side scripting is called as php. Okay
ma'am, what changes we have to make in the code to write our own name?
You have to write a code for this php. ये आपको खुद का बनाना है ना, तो आपको ये php का पेज लिखना पड़ेगा पूरा. के लिए पहले आपको PHP सीखना पड़ेगा. तो ये आप कब सीखोगे? थर्ड सेमेस्टर में. ओके. So for this you have to first prepare the PHP page, which PHP page will be accepting the first name and accepting this last name, and then it will display this. Okay.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
So is that understood how to create a submit button? Next of all, if at all I want to save or change the name of the submit के जगह पे मुझे ऐसा लिखना है click here. So where I have to change that name in front of value, because ये value क्या है? The value which will display over here. ठीक है? So when I say run, now it has changed. Submit के जगह पे click here. Okay? तो अगर ये बटन submit बटन का नाम चेंज करना है तो you can change it with the help of this value. Value मतलब क्या? उसके अंदर क्या लिख के आना चाहिए. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is the name attribute for input. What is the name attribute? ये जो input में जो name attribute है, वो क्या है? What is that? It is nothing but the value which will be displayed with that particular name on the output page. Yes or no? Do we know this?
Yes, ma'am.
So notice that each input field must have a name attribute to be submitted. If the name attribute is omitted, the value of the input field will not be sent at all. ठीक है? तो अगर ये नहीं लिखा, ये नहीं स्पेसिफाई किया, तो आपका जो आउटपुट फील्ड पे नाम आना चाहिए वो डिस्प्ले ही नहीं होगा. Why? Because it is not going to recognize with that the value which you have specified what is the name or what is the field of that particular value. Okay? Is this understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ तक हमने क्या क्या किया? We created a form using a form tag. We added input type text. We added input type radio button. We added input type checkbox, and we added input type submit button. After I click on submit button, action was getting happened. Where did I specify that action? I specified that action in the form tag with an attribute name called as action, equal to what is written in front of that action is nothing but the server side page. Okay, that can be anything. For right now, for my code, it is action underscore page dot php. So what is happening after the form is getting submitted? This particular page, which I have written in front of action, is going to show me the data that is being filled by the user. Okay. Now next is HTML form attributes. This describes different types of attributes for HTML form. तो ये जो form है उसके कौन से type के attributes है, different types of attributes that we are going to study. So we have already studied the first attribute, that is action. Okay, what is that action doing? It is performing some kind of action after the form is submitted. What action it is performing? Displaying all those values which are filled by the user in the form. Okay, so the action attribute defines the action to be performed when the form is submitted. So the action कब perform होगा? Once the form is submitted. Usually the form data is sent to the file on the server when the user clicks on the submit button. तो अपने कोड पे क्या हो रहा है? जब मैं ये submit पे दबा रही हूँ तो डेटा किधर स्टोर हो रहा है? It is getting stored and displayed from this action.php page. Where is that PHP page? It is on the server. In the example above, the form data is sent to the file called as actionpage.php, and this file contains a server-side script that handles all the form data. So when I fill this details over here, and when I click, that particular details are sent to the file, which is this file. It is nothing but actionpage.php file. Is this understood, the action attribute?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The example is same which I have taken over here. Okay, PPT में same example है. Now let us see the next attribute called as method. The first action था. This action was the first attribute of the form. Let us see the second attribute called as method. The method attribute specifies the HTTP method to be used when we are submitting the form data. Okay, there are two types of method. One method is get and another method is post. The default HTTP method when you submit the form data is get. Let us see method attributes. What is that method attribute doing? It is specifying the method of HTTP. What it is going to specify? That what is being used when we are submitting the form data. Either get is used or post is used. By default, if I do not specify this method, it is going to take the get method. Okay, let us understand the code. Then you will understand what is method. Okay. So I have opened the HTML tag, close the HTML tag, body tag open, body tag closed, form tag open, form tag closed. What do I have in a form? I have two text field and one submit button. एक क्या है, फर्स्ट नेम लिखो, एक में लास्ट नेम लिखो, दोनों लिखने के बाद सबमिट करो. After it is getting submitted, where will these two data get displayed? It will be displayed on this action page.php. Yes or no? इधर तक correct?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what if we don't mention the action attribute only then?
सबमिट करोगे कुछ आएगा ही नहीं. देखो कुछ आया ही नहीं क्योंकि आपने मेंशन ही नहीं किया ना कि कहाँ जाके देखना है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is till action it is understood. Now what are we studying? Method. Now I said that we have two types of method. One is get and one is post. If you don't specify, by default it is going to take get. So if I want to specify the method, what do I write? In front of this action attribute or after action attribute, I make use of another attribute of a form tag, which is method, and specify the value either get or post. So if I want to specify get into inverted double quotes, I will write get. If I want to specify post in double quotes, I will write post. Now see, when I run, after you submit, notice that the form value is visible in the address bar of the new browser tab. So I am specifying the name as Neeti, last name as Patel, and when I submit, what should happen? whenever the data will open after I submit, in the address bar I will find the values. Which values? ये नीति और पटेल जो मैंने अभी insert किया है. Submit. Okay, it will find the values as Neeti and last name as Patel. Now when I say post, I think just give me a moment. I have copied the paste code in my notepad and I am going to save with the method get. Okay. Now observe the output. I am opening the form tag. I am writing first value as John, second value as Doe, submit. See, can you see in the address bar, first name John is displayed and the last name Doe is displayed. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पे आउटपुट क्यों नहीं दिखाया? Because I have not prepared that action.php page. But what are we trying to make you understand through this code is कि अगर method get लिखा, specify किया, तो वो क्या करेगा? जो भी values आप form में fill करोगे, वो address bar में automatically दिखाएगा. तो दिखाया क्या? Yes, उसने address bar में जो भी values हमने fill की, वो सारी values दिखाई. But will this happen if I put post? No, it will not happen. When I put post method over here, when I save this and when I try to run the same code, when I fill the data over here as EP and when I submit, see, is it showing me the data what I filled in the place of form and what for first name and what did I fill in front of last name? No.
No.
Okay, so that is a difference in your that is a difference in your method get and post. So if you specify it as get, user ने form में जो भी fill किया है, जब भी सर submit करेगा, वो सब उसको address bar में दिखेगा. अगर वो post करता है, that means it is hiding the information from the user. एक बार user ने fill किया तो उसको नहीं दिखेगा अगर मैंने post रखा है तो. But अगर मैंने get रखा है तो it is by default going to show that values. Okay. So see, when you make use of get, what is to be remembered? It appends the form data to the URL in the name value pair. है ना? Name value pair में आया था ना? मैंने इसको अगर get किया, what is the name? This is the name और उसका value क्या था? John. तो ये पूरा pair display हुआ कि उसका F name John था और last name Doe था. तो ये पूरा दोनों भी in the form of a name and value pair, दोनों pair में display हुए. Let us see one more time. See, it is in the pair, F name and last name. That is name value pair, name value pair. Are you understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Never make use of get to send a sensitive data. अभी मैं कुछ बैंक का फॉर्म बनाया है या फॉर्म बनाया है जिसमें बैंक का अकाउंट नंबर, बैंक का बैलेंस, ये सब डालना है और मैंने गेट मेथड यूज किया है. सो व्हाट विल हैपन व्हेन आई सबमिट? I will get the bank number, bank name also, account number also, and all the bank details in the address bar itself. Yes or no? Yes. Why? Because I have used the method as get. So you should not use this method whenever you want to send some sensitive data or if you want to create a form which has a sensitive data. Okay. So ये जो URL है, the URL which is getting displayed over here, this URL. What is the length of this URL? It can take only up to how many characters? 2048 characters. उसके बाद अगर आपके form में और भी characters है तो those characters won't be displayed. Okay, so that is a limitation of get. Even if you use get and if you want to show your entire form, तो भी पूरा form नहीं दिखेगा. कितना दिखेगा? Only 2048 characters. Okay. Useful for form submission where user wants to bookmark the result. ठीक है, अगर कुछ ऐसा रिजल्ट है और मुझे ये हमेशा के लिए बुकमार्क करके रखना है, so in that case I can make use of this particular get method. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what if I make use of post Post may, even if I put sensitive data, will that data be shared on the address bar? No. It is not getting shared on the address bar. It is directly getting submitted to the server side. So it appends the form data inside the body of HTTP request. Why that data is not visible? इधर address bar पे क्यों नहीं दिखता है जब मैं post करती हूँ तो? क्यों? Because it is appending that HTTP request inside the body. ठीक है? उसके जो body tag है उसके अंदर ही ये HTTP request खुद ही ले लेता है when I use this post. Therefore, it is not getting displayed on the address bar. Whereas in case of GET, it is not getting appended inside the body and therefore it is getting displayed on your screen. Okay. Form submission with post cannot be bookmarked. So generally, जब ये post type का method है and if you are making a form with a post method, those particular forms cannot be generally bookmarked. Okay. If they are self-created, they can be bookmarked, but ऐसे बाहर के कुछ forms है, those forms cannot be bookmarked. Okay? Are you understanding? Did you have understood what is get and post?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Observe one thing, both the attributes are not separated with any of the comma. They are not separated with any of the comma and colon, कुछ नहीं है. एक खत्म करो, immediately put a space and start writing the other attribute. Okay. Now next is autocomplete. Now what is autocomplete? An autocomplete attribute specifies whether the form should have autocomplete on or off. When autocomplete is on, the browser will automatically complete the values based on the values that users have entered before. Now can anyone tell me what you have understood from this autocomplete? Autocomplete मतलब क्या? Many a times when we fill a form,
Ma'am, previously entered values are saved.
Can be seen again. Yes. Now many a times it might have happened in your case कि अगर आप Google form पे quiz देते हो तो quiz में सब teachers common field तो क्या रखते हैं? Enrollment number. तो अगर आप first time quiz दे रहे हो तो you have to type the enrollment number. Next time when you have that enrollment number, you don't have to type. आप direct F press करो, वो अपने आप दिखा देगा F, C, O, G, whatever is there. या फिर कुछ और नाम रहेगा F से तो वो दिखाएगा. How is that coming? Because the autocomplete feature is on. So autocomplete क्या? You fill the data once, it is going to capture that data and it will be stored. And if you have kept the autocomplete on, it will automatically start filling the data by the one which you have already filled. ठीक है, अगर ऑफ रखा तो वो नहीं करेगा, आपको वापस हर बार रीटाइप करना पड़ेगा. बट इफ यू हैव केप्ट इट ऑन, तो जो एक बार प्रीवियसली भरा है सिस्टम ने उसको याद रखा है एंड इट इज हेल्पिंग यू टू रीफिल अगेन इंस्टेड ऑफ टाइपिंग. ओके, so we can do that in our forms also. And how to do that? With the help of this code. So I have opened the HTML tag. I have opened the body tag, close the body, close the HTML, open the form, close the form. In the form, I have how many fields? 2 fields. One is first name and one is email ID. After that, I'm going to submit the data. Once I submit the data, I can see the data on this particular page with the help of the action attribute. Now I'm studying a new attribute called as autocomplete on. Now by default, I have typed this in my system, so it is going to show you that on. Okay. So when I run this, first name C, John, email ID, I fill it once. And then submit. It is getting submitted. Again, let us run and see. First name C, email ID. Previously, it was not showing me this autocomplete. Once I have typed the name, now second time when I am running, it is showing me that autocomplete. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now next, so we have completed the 3 attributes of form, which are those method attribute, action attribute, and autocomplete attribute. Okay, is this clear up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next is we are going to study some few more elements of form. We have already studied the input element. We have studied label element. We have studied, okay, only 2 are completed, input and label. Let us see what are more ahead. So I'm not going to teach you this input ahead as it is already completed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Input type text, input
Yes,
type
ma'am.
radio button. Next we will be doing select element. Select element क्या करेगा? It defines a drop down list. जैसे हमने देखा टेक्स्ट था तो टेक्स्ट फील्ड बनाता था, रेडियो था तो रेडियो बटन बनाता था, चेक बॉक्स था तो चेक बॉक्स बनाता था, देन बटन था तो बटन बनाता था, सबमिट था तो सबमिट बटन बनाता था. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस सिलेक्ट एलिमेंट डूइंग? इट विल क्रिएट अ ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट. तो अगर आपके फॉर्म में आपको ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट चाहिए तो हाउ कैन आई पुट दैट ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द सिलेक्ट एलिमेंट. ओके, so let me take the code first. See the code. I have opened the HTML tag, close the HTML tag, open the body tag, close the body tag, open the form tag. I have a label for cars. Forget the label, let us see the first select. ठीक है, select tag open किया, select tag close किया. Select tag क्या करता है? It allows me to create a drop down list. ठीक है, तो select tag को मैंने एक ID दे दिया cars, name भी दे दिया car. जब मुझे ऑप्शन स्पेसिफाई करना है ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट के लिए, हाउ विल आई स्पेसिफाई दैट ऑप्शन? बाय यूजिंग द एलिमेंट कॉल्ड एज ऑप्शन एलिमेंट. तो ओपन द ऑप्शन एलिमेंट, फर्स्ट वैल्यू एज Volvo, display Volvo, close the option tag. Open the second option, value as what is that? Saab, close that option tag. Open the third option as Fiat, close that option. Fourth option as Audi, close that option. That means my list is having 4 options: Volvo, Saab, Fiat and Audi. If I want to add more option, I'll again open one more option tag over here, write the value as say Zen, display Zen and then close the option tag. तो जितना आपको ऐड करना है, you can keep on adding those many options. Options ऐड हो गए, close the select tag, close the select tag. ठीक है, and then create a input type submit. ठीक है, लेबल क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि हमने एक नया एलिमेंट बनाया है ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट यूजिंग सिलेक्ट, तो हमको लेबल लगेगा. ठीक है, लेबल में फॉर किसके साथ सेम होना चाहिए? जो आपने इनपुट टाइप में यूज किया है उसके साथ. सो फॉर इज इक्वल टू कार्स, आईडी इज इक्वल टू कार्स. लेबल क्या होगा? चूज द कार्स एंड क्लोज द लेबल. So when I run this, I have a label called as choose the car. So I have a label called as choose the car. I have drop down with how many values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have 5 values? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. पांचों के नाम क्या है? एक का Volvo है, सेकंड का Saab है, then I have Fiat, then I have Audi, then I have Zen. So whichever I select, say suppose I select Audi, and when I submit, क्या होगा? Action underscore page dot php पे क्या डिस्प्ले होगा? Value is equal to Audi. When I submit, sorry, cars is equal to Audi. Why? Because the name was cars. So car is equal to उसका value जो है Audi, that will be displayed. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to make a drop down list, if you want to make a drop down list, use the tag called as select. And if you want to mention the values or options inside that drop down list, use the element called as option. Are you understanding?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
why you have not
Yes, ma'am.
written before select that input type?
Because I have a separate tag. No, it doesn't comes under input. I have a separate tag.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Therefore, we have not mentioned it inside the select. उसका separate element का नाम ही है select. Therefore, I have not mentioned. अगर drop down list होता तो I could have written input type is equal to drop down list. But ऐसा नहीं है.
Okay, ma'am.
So why have I used this option element? To define the option in the drop down list. Okay. To define a pre-selected option, add a selected attribute to the option. How do you do that? See. क्या बोला है? अगर मुझे pre-selected option को add करना है, so how do you do that? You do that by adding the selected attribute. Let us do that. Let us change the code first. When I was running the previous code, what was happening, first value जो Volvo था वही Volvo आ रहा था उधर, correct? Because मेरा first नाम Volvo था. अभी मुझे चेंज करना है, फर्स्ट नाम Volvo नहीं होना चाहिए, भले मैं इधर Volvo लिखूं बट Volvo नहीं आना चाहिए. So to do that I have to make use of a separate element or attribute called as selected. Okay, so everything remains same. जिसको भी आपको selected रखना है वो ऑप्शन के वैल्यू के आगे you have to mention selected. So what will happen when I run, भले मेरा Volvo फर्स्ट है but by default select कौन होना चाहिए, Fiat ही होना चाहिए. So if you want to do that you have to mention this selected. Okay, now if I remove the selected and put it in front of Audi, what will happen? Oh shit. What will happen by default, which will be get selected? Audi will be getting selected. So though in the sequence Volvo is first, but as I have told कि selected should be Audi, so it will show Audi first. If you don't want this, remove the selected. By default आप जैसे लिखोगे पहले Fiat तो Fiat आएगा, Audi पहले लिखोगे तो Audi आएगा, अभी Volvo है तो by default पहले Volvo आएगा. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now if I want to allow multiple selections, अभी क्या हो रहा है कोड में, can I select multiple? नहीं, एक बार एक ही सिलेक्ट कर सकती हूँ, Fiat और ये साथ में सिलेक्ट कर सकती हूँ क्या? नहीं, एक ही सिलेक्शन दे रहा है. But if in case I want multiple selections, what I have to do? You have to use multiple attribute to allow the user to select more than one value. How do you do that? Let us see what is there change in the code. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, मल्टीपल सिलेक्शन कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, आई एम हैविंग अ फॉर्म, आई एम हैविंग माय ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट क्रिएटेड ओवर हियर which has cars name as Volvo, Saab, Fiat and Audi. I have closed the select tag, that means I have created the drop down list and completed the drop down list. I have a label for drop down list where uska for or ID is matching. Label क्या है, choose the car. After I submit, it is going to submit on this particular page. But can you see something new on this select tag? What is that? Select element में ID mention किया, name अभी तक ID और name ही mention करते थे. अभी हमने क्या mention किया है, size और कुछ तो multiple. Size is equal to 4. 4 क्यों? Because I have 4 options. इसलिए 4. Multiple means what? From those size, वो 4 की size में से I can select multiple. How will I select multiple during runtime? By pressing this control key if I'm using Windows. Okay. And if I'm using Mac, I will be using command button. Okay. So if you want to do such multiple selections, what thing you have to add extra in the select element tag is, you have to mention the size. Size में क्या mention करोगे, कितना number of options है, और आगे सिर्फ multiple लिखोगे. तो ये multiple क्या allow करेगा? It will allow you to have multiple selection from among the size of 4. So when you run, it is showing me all those 4 options. I can select one car. Now when I am pressing control from my key, I am allowed to select n number of values. Can you see that? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now when let me complete. Now when I have selected, I will remove my hand from the control key and I will submit. So when I submit, I have all the 3 options which I had selected. Bolo. Any doubts?
From mobile, how to select multiple options then?
From mobile,
Ma'am, will you please repeat?
From mobile I have not tried.
Okay, ma'am.
Repeat. Okay. What is happening right now? Up till now, what we were doing, we were having a select options where I can select only one. Drop down list में से कुछ एक ही select करके I was able to submit. But now if I want multiple selections, एक से ज़्यादा value select करनी है, so how do I do that? By adding this particular line in the select tag. What is that? Line size is equal to 4. So out of 4 options, when I add this multiple value over here in the select attribute, it will allow me to have multiple selections. So when I run now, I am getting to see all the 4 attributes or the 4 values, and it is allowing me to do multiple selections. How? Select one, press control, select whichever you want more. Once if you have done all the selection, leave the control key, submit all the 4 values or how much ever multiple values you have selected could be seen in the output. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next is a text area. अभी हमने क्या देखा था? अभी तक हमने सिर्फ text देखा था ना? What was that text? Single line, है ना? It was only single line. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If I want more than single line, मुझे कुछ पैराग्राफ या ऐसे लिखना है फॉर्म में या मेरे बारे में एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन बतानी है, so how do I do that? By using this text area element. So what is this text area element? It defines a multi-line input field. Okay, single line के लिए we have only text as an input type, but multiple lines के लिए I have a element called as text area. Okay, let us see this text area. Open the form tag, element text area, name is equal to message, rows is equal to 10, columns is equal to 30, close the text area, put a break, submit the data, close the form, close the body, close the HTML. When I submit, whatever I write in this text area will be displayed on this action.php page. Now what is this rows 10, columns 30? That means the area which will be seen in my output, initially I could see only 10 rows and 30 columns. ऐसा rows और columns में division नहीं देखा जाएगा आपको, वो एक text area ही दिखेगा, blank area ही दिखेगा, but कितने rows होंगे? 10 rows और कितने columns होंगे? 30. Now this does not mean that you can write only 10 lines because you have 10 rows. Initially वो 10 rows ही दिखाएगा. As you write the 11th line, it will keep on scrolling down. Okay, let us run this. See, this is a text page. ठीक है, initially कितना है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. देखा, सिर्फ 10 रोज है. क्यों 10 रोज है? बिकॉज मैंने मेंशन किया 10. और ऐसे कॉलम्स कितने होंगे? इट विल बी टोटल 30 कॉलम्स. ठीक है, दिस इज ओनली द इनिशियल पार्ट. सॉरी, दिस डज नॉट मीन दैट आप इतना ही डेटा लिख सकते हो. अगर मुझे 11th लाइन इंसर्ट करनी है तो प्रेस एंटर, ऑटोमेटिकली द स्क्रोल बार विल कम. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
नाउ व्हेन आई सबमिट, व्हाट विल हैपन? ये जो डेटा मैंने लिखा है इधर, वो क्या होगा? इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मैसेज विल बी डिस्प्लेड इन द आउटपुट बिकॉज द नेम इज मैसेज. इज इट अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let us see the next part, which is button. Now we have seen one button which is submit. We will see another button, or we cannot call submit as a button. We call submit as submitting the data of the user. What is this button? As I told, you can link it to some page, link it to some another hyperlink, or you can have some messages, some alert message, some dialog box whenever you click on that button. Okay, so how can you create that button? By using an element called as button element. Let us see the code. So what is the code telling me? That I have created a button. Type of a button is button. What will be the name of the button? Click me, button close. When I click on this button, what should happen? Can you see on click event? What should happen? It should show me an alert called as hello world. So when I run this, I have a button. Button का नाम click me क्यों है? Because I have mentioned that it should be click me. What when I click on click किया तब क्या होगा? एक alert message generate होगा. So let us try to click, and alert message is generated. Can you see that? Hello world. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how you can create a button, and you can give a events like on click on the button. Okay. Now let us see input types. First input type text we have already seen. Okay. Any doubts in text? Text देखा ना हमने single line?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Next we will see password. बहुत सारे फॉर्म्स में हमको पासवर्ड भी लिखना पड़ता है या टाइप करना पड़ता है. If you want to add it in your form, how you can add a password? By using this property called as input type password. Let us see that. What I am having over here is first input type as text. Text field, उसका नाम क्या है? यूजर नेम. Second input type is C, password, ID PWD, name PWD. And next is label for password is for PWD, ID PWD matching. Label क्या होगा उसका? Password. And when I submit this, what will happen? जो भी मैंने fill किया है वो action_page.php पे दिखेगा. Let us run.
Ma'am,
Yes.
your voice is lagging. Ma'am, we did not hear anything.
So now is it clear now?
What you said.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Okay. So when I type username as Neeti, now see what is happening when I'm typing password. Okay, Neeti123. Can you see the password? No.
Yes,
Why?
ma'am.
Because it is marked as asterisk or circle. So what is this? This is by default done whenever you use this input type password. Okay. Now when I submit, so क्या होगा? At that time, I can see the value as password. Okay. Username as Neeti, password PWD as 123, whatever I had typed. Okay. So this is how you can have a password field in your form. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you know how to create an input type submit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
What you have to write is input type submit and value submit. Okay, so whatever you have written, and when you submit, everything will get submitted to that action page.php. Okay. Next is reset. Now, what do you mean by reset? Reset क्या होता है? किसी को पता है?
All information will get vanished.
हाँ, all information will get deleted या removed या erase, जो भी आप बोल सकते हो. So if I want to reset some values or all the values in my form, what I have to use is I have to use input type reset. What it will do, it will reset all the form. Just a minute, there is a lizard in the room. Okay. So if I want to have a reset button in my form, what am I supposed to do? Use this input type reset. Let us see how it is going to work. I have input type submit. I have one text field first name, one last name. When I submit, it will get submitted to this page. But when I reset, what will happen? Whatever I have filled in front of first name and last name should get erased. Yes or no? Let us run. So I have kept John. And I have made as John Wick. So when I submit, it will show me the values. But when I reset, see. Is getting reset to the default value. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have a second last thing, which is email. Now in the form, do we have emails? Yes, we have emails also. So if I want to have emails in my form, I will have an input type is equal to email. Okay. Let us see how we have input type as email. I have one input type called as email, ID for email, name as email. And what is the label that enter your email? When I submit, my email ID should be visible on this page. So when I run, by default it is showing me the email ID. If I want to type something else, say suppose mail@email.com and submit. So it will show me that particular email ID. Now do one thing. If I type only Patel and when I try to submit, what it is showing me, if it is an email, it should have @. So if any one of you in the form have used this input type email but have not completed the email ID, and if you try to submit, what it will show you a message automatically that you should have @. Okay. Now let us put @, again put submit, see. Again still it is incomplete. Please enter the part following to @. So it also wants something which is following to @. Okay, so when I complete, then only it is going to accept the entire email ID. So if I keep on putting only half, it is not going to accept it as a normal data. Why? Because you have typed you have inserted the input type as email. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now last type of element. second last, not last. एक मिनट, कितने बाकी हुआ? हाँ. Is range. Now what do you mean by range? Can I say range, ratings, they are same? Yes or no? Are you all there?
Number
Yes,
of
ma'am.
letters.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Range is what? Select the value from 0
Yes,
to
ma'am.
100, 0 to 50, 0 to 10, which has minimum, it has maximum. So if I want such type of field in my form, I make use of this range or an input type range. Let us see how. That range can also have a minimum and maximum. Okay. Let us see everything. Now see, I have a input type called as range, ID as volume, name as volume, minimum should be 0, maximum can be 100. Okay. Label is volume between 0 to 100. Label close, submit the data. So when I run, see, it will create a range like this. ठीक है, जहाँ आप 0 से 100 का कुछ भी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. जो भी आपने सिलेक्ट किया वो वैल्यू आपको डिस्प्ले होगा आफ्टर यू सबमिट. तो मैंने कुछ इधर मुझे चाहिए था तो मैंने ये सिलेक्ट किया और सबमिट किया. व्हाट इज माय रेंज? इट वाज 26. ओके, नाउ लेट अस चेंज दिस मैक्सिमम टू 50 एंड रन. तो दो इट इज 0 to 100 बट मैं ये फुल कर दूं एंड इफ आई सबमिट, कितना लेगा मैक्सिमम? 50. क्यों? बिकॉज आई हैव सेट द मैक्सिमम एज 50. दो आई हैव टोल्ड कि आप वॉल्यूम 0 to 100 में डिस्प्ले करो, बट मैंने मैक्सिमम कितना रखा है? 50. तो वेन एवर आई रन, भले ये ऐसे आप 100 दिखेगा आपको, बट वेन आई सबमिट, वाई इट इज टेकिंग 50? बिकॉज मैक्सिमम सेट ओवर हियर इज 50. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can have a range where you can specify the minimum, maximum. If you don't specify minimum, maximum, whatever you submit, that particular option will be displayed as output. Here,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
now
ma'am.
the last topic is the required attribute. Now, can you tell me what is this required? आपके गूगल फॉर्म पे सब टीचर्स देते होंगे ये.
Yes, ma'am. When it
Yes,
is yes, ma'am.
It is
When
asterisk.
it is important.
कोई गूगल फॉर्म पे asterisk.
Mandatory.
Mandatory. So required means what? It is compulsory. If you do not fill and if you try to submit, it will not submit the form. Why? Because it was being considered to be a required element or a required attribute. So we can have such required attributes in our form also. It is not necessary that it can be only on the text box or radio button or checkbox. You can apply it on whatever you have studied up till now. Text box पे हो सकता है, टेलीफोन नंबर पे, ईमेल आईडी पे, पासवर्ड पे, डेट पिकर पे, नंबर्स पे, चेक बॉक्स, रेडियो बटन्स, फाइल्स, टेक्स्ट एरिया, टेक्स्ट इनपुट, wherever you want you can apply this. How are you supposed to apply? Let us see that. I have one input type which is text. उसका नाम क्या है? यूजर नेम और सबमिट बटन. एंड आई वांट टू मेक दैट यूजर नेम ओनली एज रिक्वायर्ड. तो मैं क्या करूंगी? व्हेन आई स्पेसिफाई दिस इनपुट टाइप, व्हाट आई हैव टू मेंशन दिस टाइप इज इक्वल टू टेक्स्ट, ID is equal to username, name is equal to username, and mention this required in front of that input type. So it will be marked as required. So when I run, and when I try to submit, what it is showing me, see,
We should know how Python works.
इसका माइक ऑन है.
Miren.
ठीक है. हाँ, where were we? हाँ. So whichever field you want to mark it as required, you will write required in front of that input type. So if I don't fill and if I try to submit, see, it is going to show me a message that please fill out this field. Why it is showing? Because I have mentioned it required. So I have to compulsorily mention and then submit the data. If I don't write required, it is going to accept it as blank information, but it will submit the data. But if I mentioned it required, will it try to submit also? नहीं, वो submit करने की भी कोशिश नहीं करेगा. Understood? That is what is
Yes, ma'am.
required. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So with this, we complete with the
Ma'am,
बोलो.
ma'am, when we will execute these programs